Welcome back to the world of ERLC, where today we're going to be discussing all the updates that never actually made it to the game. Now if you think I've uploaded this video before, well, you're right. 4 months ago I uploaded a video with a similar title discussing updates that were never added to the game. However, in that video we were mainly discussing the animations that were teased in trailers and photos but never actually added to the main game. Or, as a matter of fact, some of those animations were in the main game's files but not being used. In this video we're going to be looking at much more than just animations and diving into the realms of map updates and teams that never made it to the game. And before we start, please do consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. We'll start with the most recent, being the highway demolition. This summer, many of us were hoping and expecting for a map update that did come in the form of a lake expansion and a new highway bridge. However, some of you may not remember what happened between Summer Updates Part 2 and Part 3. In PLC's teaser trailer posted on TikTok, it actually revealed that the highway had been completely demolished, or at least the northmost section of the highway, after it turns the corner. This was very exciting news, as for us it kind of confirmed there would be some sort of map update or map expansion. Though when we all hopped in game, the highway was still there. The only damage done to the highway was a few bollards knocked down, a fallen tree, as well as lampposts resting on the side of the road. Maybe the developers plan to slowly demolish the highway over time between Summer Updates Part 2 and 3, but we just never saw that happen. A pretty interesting detail in my opinion, and maybe they just ran out of time. Moving on, we have the VIP subscription. PLC made a tweet late 2023 announcing that there will be a new VIP subscription coming to ERLC. At the time, Roblox had recently introduced a new subscription service, which would allow game developers to add subscriptions to their game, which would offer special perks in exchange for real money, not Robux. ERLC proposed that being a VIP will unlock exclusive perks such as bonus cash, a free car, VIP icon, and more. Now a few days later they posted again on Twitter saying that they would be cancelling their upcoming VIP subscription feature. Before this update had even been added to the game, the community backlash prevented this from being added. Somehow a few people managed to actually get screenshots of the interface, prompting people to purchase a VIP subscription, which gives us more information on what it would offer. You get a bonus check of $12,000 every week, 10% discount at the tool store, VIP icon in the player list, a free VIP pickup truck, and enabling custom ELS in public servers. Very interesting. But as I mentioned before, everyone went wild on the PLC Discord and Twitter, and the developers decided that this wouldn't be a good idea to go ahead with it. The Ferrari, a vehicle that has been in the game for nearly 2 years now, and yet less than 50 people have access to this vehicle. I've talked about this so many times on the channel before, so I'm not going to go into too much depth about this again, but as a lot of you already know, in September of 2022, Lamborghini filed a lawsuit against a lot of Roblox games using their vehicles in the game. As a result of this, many other car brands saw what Lamborghini did and followed their actions. Roblox roleplay games in response had to come up with fictional branding and models, and that's why we're seeing many of the real-life vehicles in ERLC slowly phased out. The Ferrari was added into the game in late 2022, just as this whole copyright saga was kicking off. It was initially given to PLC moderators and developers, however, with all the copyright issues, they decided never to release this vehicle to the public. And it's probably for the best, but very unfortunate given the car looks incredible. Maybe one day we can see a fictionalized version introduced to the game, but as of right now, the only people who can drive this vehicle are PLC moderators and developers. Since the Ferrari never actually released to the public, let me know if you'd like to see a video where we race the Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Bugatti, the fastest 3 cars in the game. I already covered animations in a previous video, so I'm just going to summarize them here. The tractor had an animation which was teased in the 2021 Summer Updates trailer, and it can actually be found in the game files when you sit in the tractor, but isn't visible for anyone. There are many gun animations, such as crouching, which are as well in the game files and can be seen if you open the dev console whilst holding a gun, however unfortunately can't be used and have since been removed when they introduced the new gun system. A similar story for the hoses, there were supposed to be more animations for holding and using those, however they've never been used. In November of 2022, PLC posted this tweet announcing a big new project is underway. They stated that while this won't be added into Liberty County, it'll be a modern and unique experience. And the buildings showcased in this tweet were created by Crane, who's a former PLC developer now working for Greenville. And we can see this looks like some sort of university campus. It's a very modern and large building, most likely some sort of community hub. They did say that this wouldn't be a roleplay game, but it would make sense to be something relating to the police roleplay community. I will be exploring this in more depth in another video, so keep an eye out for that because there is a lot to be explained. And lastly, we move on to the Wayback Machine to take a look at the PLC group back in September of 2019. Taking a look at the description, it states that here we offer roleplay as police officers, sheriff deputies, state troopers, as well as other emergency services. The last department to be added to ERLC was the Department of Transportation, back in December of 2019. And since then, a lot of people have been wondering if they would ever add state troopers. And I think we can quite clearly say the answer is no. At the time this screenshot was taken, they had two games. The newly published ERLC, as well as North Point City Roleplay. Maybe they had plans for North Point, though unfortunately we'll never know, as the game was shut down back in 2020. Today, you can create your own state trooper department in private servers by uploading custom liveries, logos, and uniforms, but I don't think they'll ever be added to the main game. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If there is any updates that I forgot off this list, please let me know in the comments below, as it is interesting looking back at the history of ERLC. Subscribe for more content on this channel, and I'll see you all around.